Hey there, today by request from Gavin, we're answering the question, how can I feel better than I feel right now? I did a short about turning around a bad day with self-soothing. I said, it's easy for us to know we need food when we're hungry, but it's harder for us to know we need nurturing when we're sad or depressed or angry or whatever is hard feel is going on. I'm Dawn Super, and I make content designed to help people have better days. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to have better days, hit the button. I have a lot of health issues, and sleep deprivation and early childhood issues affected my learning. A lot of things didn't make sense to me that make sense to me now. And one of those things is why it's so important to strive to have good days. So thank you, Gavin, for asking about this. I have some more shout outs later for commenters, so stay tuned for that. And if you comment on any of my content, I'll give you a shout out in my next long video. I'm having some dental issues and a big, huge project with one of my consulting clients. So I'm going to be looking down a lot at my notes, but the content is still good, so stick around. I'm going to give you 15 things to help you turn around a bad day. So if we know we can do things to turn around a bad day, why don't we do that? These are the kind of things I talk about. So if you want to check out my older content too, you can do that because that's how I got here. So I don't know about you, but for me, I never connected the fact that I kept thinking about an argument I had, or that I was lonely, or that I was broke, or that my health was in the toilet. I mean, I had a lot going on when I started this big journey to turn my life around. And I never realized my thoughts were keeping the hard feels alive and in the spotlight. And boy, did they love the spotlight. So it makes me think of that Carly Simon song, "Suffering was the only thing that made me feel I was alive." Thought that's just how much it cost to survive in this world. And I really did. I mean, I would think it was irresponsible to not think about the hard things that I was living through. I know that's baloney now, but I was afraid to not think about them. So I talked myself into doing what I call thought breaks. Yes, I spent most of my life covered in trauma sauce, but I found my way through the fire. So it's possible to be, a dumpster fire rolling down a hill and turn your life around. I do coaching if you want to know how to do it. Okay, so spoiler alert, when you stop thinking about your baloney and you have a clear mind and you're neutral or happy, solutions come to you a lot easier than when you're inside of your own head. So to recap the 4 things I already did in the shorts this week. Self-soothing is a great way to turn your day around. There, dear, you got this, you could do this. Reassurance, you can do hard things. You've gotten through everything so far and you're gonna get through this too. Succeeding at something, number 3. I really rock at my word puzzle game even when I'm a rock and can't move in my bed. So that it makes you feel good to succeed at something. Number 4, self-love. Once I was listening to a love song and I thought, I need to treat myself like this. And so I sang it to myself and it really helped. It might be silly, but it really helped. If you want to experience self-love without doing that, there's a thing called Ho'oponopono that you can find on YouTube. And it's like a meditation, Hawaiian meditation that helps you get to that same kind of self-love place. If you want to try that out. So obviously the reason for everybody's bad day is going to be different because we're all living different lives. But here's a couple scenarios for having a bad day. So you're having hard feels because you're stuck, right? There's no easy or quick solution to the issue, which is where I spent most of my life. So number 5, going back to what I said earlier, is take thought breaks. So a lot of people end up addicted to things like drugs, video games, porn, other things, because they needed a break from their thoughts and they couldn't take one. So they escaped into the drugs or whatever it is that they're addicted to. So intentionally taking thought breaks where you intentionally choose to put it out of your head, like I would make deals with myself. Okay, just for tonight, we're not gonna think about the thing, all right? If you're still concerned about it tomorrow, we could pick it back up tomorrow. And so making that deal with myself helped me feel like I wasn't being irresponsible about it. And when tomorrow came, if I needed to pick it up, I picked it up. And lots of times I didn't. Lots of times it just resolved itself. So the time I spent between the decision and the resolution, I would have wasted worried and in my own head about it. Okay, number 6, escapism. So escapism isn't somewhere you want to live, but if you've ever gotten lost in a 90-minute comedy, then you forget about how you felt when you started watching it. That is escapism. So for those of you who would feel guilty about spending 90 minutes laughing at a movie, you know who you are. If there's nothing good to watch on television, even though there are a billion channels, it does happen that there's nothing that you want to watch. You can combine escapism with something functional, like doing a hobby that you have, or something educational, like Duolingo, learning a language, or learning something else online or from a book. It'll distract you and you'll get more knowledge, which will help you not only now, but also later. Number 7, listen to videos like this one. Whenever I'm in my car, I pop on YouTube, and whoever's on the home screen, I hit the video and set the phone down, and I just listen in my headphones while I drive. And especially when the traffic is heavy, it really helps me to have a calm voice entertaining me while I'm sitting there waiting for people to go. So yesterday was Eckhart Tolle, and his video was a great way to get out of sadness. So of course I listened to it and prepped to do this video. And number 8 is his solution, which is to accept your sadness. Sometimes just accepting the fact that you're sad helps you get out of it. And how do you do that, right? What does that mean to accept your sadness? And really, it's just not denying that you're sad, right? It's acknowledging, oh, I'm sad. That's it. That's accepting it. You've said it out loud. You accept the fact that you're sad. And once you do that, then you can move past that into looking for solutions. Like, why am I sad? And is there anything I can do about the fact that I'm sad? And if not, then, sit in your feels for as long as you feel you need to, but keep your feet out of the fire. And what does that mean? It means that you can be in hard feels about something without beating yourself up about it. It means that you always have your own back. And you always want to be pro you. If you've screwed something up, then fix it. And if you need to change something, then work on it. But have your own back while you do it. Don't berate yourself because you didn't, couldn't, shouldn't, whatever. You're it. This one occupant per meat suit, and you're the only constant that's going to be in your life from the cradle to the grave. There's not one other human being that's going to be with you on the entire journey. And the sooner you accept that and realize it's not selfish to take care of this meat suit, to take care of this house that you live in. You gotta live there. So put up some curtains and make it look pretty. Okay, let's see. So when you get there to that place where you're pro you start experiencing personal power, and you learn to clear your mind, and you feel stronger, and you escape judgment and blame and all those other icky feels. And once you can get there to that empowered place, you can live with 9 disabling disorders, and it gets a little bit easier. I mean, I still deal with symptoms 24/7, but the perspective that I have helps me remember that happy matters. This is the only moments you get are the ones you're living through. You don't get a do-over. So find some happy moments and enjoy being a human being every now and again, at least, right? So if you need help getting there, I have over 100 videos on my channel. Check them out. How to get over judgment and blame and worry and a lot of hard feels. I mean, I really had a lot of trauma sauce poured all over me. I was a hot mess. So check them out. Also, you can visit my site if you're interested in coaching, dawnsuper.com. I have some packages on there designed for empowerment coaching and also chronic illness perspective management. I've been chronically ill since I was born, and I have a lot of tweaks that I've done through my life to help me live with the sleep disorders and the pain disorders that I have and the other issues. So if you're in need, check it out. And I'll get back to the list now. Let's see. Number 9, jam out on your favorite tunes. Whether you're singing, dancing, or just listening to the music, I often pick up the vibe of the singer when I listen to whatever music service I happen to be using at the time. I'm working my way over to Spotify, but I haven't even opened the app yet. So I keep paying for Apple, and I'm like, I gotta do it. And then the dentist, and then the video, and then that's how life happens, right? And you can't beat yourself up for that. You'd be like, all right, well, we'll shoot it again for next month. But all the music services have the option for you to say, yes, I like this music. No, I don't like this music. And so when the music generates a feel for you, I mean, haven't you ever had one of those times where you just listen to sad songs on purpose, right? Because you just wanted to feel the sadness. And it's the same way with happy music. If you're listening to happy music, the funnest thing for me with happy music is like when I'm walking through like the Target parking lot. I feel like I'm in a movie montage because the music's blasting in my ears and I'm just walking. It really, really helps have a better day to just have a party in your head. And there's no reason you can't. It's totally optional. All right, number 10. So if people are around, like I live in my headphones. I almost always have them in. I have misophonia and other issues, and the headphones just help me out a lot. Neurodivergence, it's a thing. So when you have headphones on, you're separating yourself from everyone around you to one degree or another. Because I live in mine, I can still hear people when they talk to me, but if I don't want to hear them, or if I just want to be alone, I just take my attention into my headphones. And it's kind of like you could close your eyes if you wanted to, but it separates your energy from the other people in the room. So whether you're listening to an audiobook, Los Angeles Public Library has this feature, and I'm sure other libraries probably do too, where if you have a library card, you can download audiobooks online. So you can download them and listen to them on your phone. So if you like audiobooks, take a look at your public library and see if they offer that for you. Watching videos on YouTube. I have a super positive playlist of music. You could make a playlist of things that you enjoy watching when you're stuck in your feels. Watch a movie, listen to it on your phone, in your headphones. Flip through some reels for people that you follow on Instagram, or hear shorts on YouTube. And just fill your head with something different than what it's filled with right now. Okay, so number 11, get into a state of awe. So it's medically shown that a state of awe improves your immune system. It helps you calm down, it opens things up for you, and it makes your health better to be in a state of awe. So one of my favorite places to go, wow, oh my goodness, check that out, is on Reddit, and it's a subreddit called Humans for Scale. And it's where they have these gigantic things with the little tiny humans so that you can see how gigantic the thing is. It's fun. I like it. And you should check it out. Number 12, sink into compassion. Okay? Encourage other people on social media. This actually is how I ended up starting my support group on Facebook for narcolepsy, because I would be in the big groups trying to encourage people, and it was really heavy. The narcolepsy is a very difficult thing to live with, and sometimes people need to vent about it, but when you're not prepared to read all of that, it can make your symptoms harder. So I created a space for people with narcolepsy where they don't have those hard things. They can do the hard things in the other group, but this is all about like, how do you get through a day? And like, what kind of things can you change to feel better? And, this happened, what would you suggest? Those kind of things. So, giving compassion to someone else, encouraging people makes you feel better. Again, on Reddit, if you want to have sink into compassion and have those feels of compassion, there's a subreddit called Humans Being Bros. And it's all about people doing good things for other people. And it just feels good. Man, it feels good. And that helps you turn your day around to restore your faith in humanity, however you want to word it. Number 14, make a gratitude list. So gratitude lists can be really hard depending on the feels that you're stuck in. So if it feels icky to even think about a gratitude list, don't do that one this time. Do one of the other ones. The important thing is to feel good. I talk about toxic positivity, and it doesn't matter what people say, it matters how you feel. So if something someone else says makes you feel icky, then that's what you need to work on letting go of and protecting yourself from inside of yourself. Number 15 is a fun one. You can write a story of the way you wish things were. A fictional story about yourself. Like you could make it as outrageous as you wanted to. You climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, or you inherited a jet plane, or you scaled a volcano. I mean, you could literally write about anything you want. And it's fun to fantasize about, you can imagine yourself and on all these little adventures. And it doesn't take very long of doing this before you've forgotten that you felt like poo-poo and you start to feel better, and then you can carry on to do other things. I love listening to Abraham Hicks. She talks about how 17 seconds, if you can think about something different for 17 seconds and then something good, and then you feel better for 17 seconds and then 17 more and then 17 more and then 17 more, and it's easier to feel better when you catch that momentum. And it's exactly the same way with the hard feels. 17 seconds spent about thinking about hard feels with your feet in the fire is going to give you another 17 seconds and another 17 seconds. So spend 15 seconds reading through these and give yourself some ideas on how you can turn your day around. So did you have a favorite of the 15? I'm going to put them in the comments, but I might not get to it until Saturday because my life is a little crazy busy right now. So come back. If you wanted a written list, come back and check and see in the description on YouTube. And if I put them there. So shout outs and much thanks for your encouragement go out to Belinda Wilson, Madison Barcola, Gavin Knapp, thanks for the idea for this whole series, Corey Glover, appreciate your encouragement, and Sunny D, so lovely to have you with us, and it's always great to see you. So thank you, everybody. I hope that you made it through the whole 18 minutes. Make it a great day. Choice is always yours.